Hi everyone, and welcome back to the last part of my chapter, Who Am I? So yeah, as you saw in the intro, you saw this bottle of whiskey. So am I gonna talk about Springbank? Am I gonna talk about Campbelltown whiskey? What am I gonna talk about? First thing I'm gonna say that this whiskey, it is bloody good. It's one of the best whiskeys I actually do have in my collection. Just want to point that out, it's really good. The 17-year-old Sherwood, released some years ago. Really good whiskey. A lot of licorice notes. So if you don't like licorice, you're probably not gonna like this one. But anyway, I'm not gonna talk about this bottle actually, so I'm gonna put it away. Hope everyone hears me very good. My throat has been very bad lately. My nose is a little bit thick, stopped on boogers and all that. So sorry if you hear me doing some certain sounds. I'm sorry. So, this is the last part, and I'm going to talk a little bit about whiskey. I'm going to talk about the whiskey community a little bit. But nothing harsh. I will save that for another video in the future, so to say. Well, I just want to first of all say thank you to anyone who has watched these videos or any of my videos, liked, commented, people who have chosen to follow me on my journey so far. I am forever grateful to you, seriously. Whisky Pilgrim channel is a very small channel. I probably release more videos than I have followers and viewers. That's how it is. On my channel, I just do this I think it's fun, because it's fun. And I think, hopefully people can see that. When I started my journey, I started with my hands, so a big regret, fortunately, is that I unfortunately did take those away. I removed and deleted them from Whisky Pilgrim. Yeah, it was probably a stupid thing of me. But I will one day not release them, but do a cut thing so you can just see how my transgression has been here. Basically, from starting with my fingers to actually show myself, I am a very private person. You know, maybe you might always think about it, but I've always been very shy against social media, which I'm not anymore. So, I just want to point out the big thank you to everyone here who has watched and will be watching. Thank you very much. Thank you. A big thank you, a shout out to the whole Whiskey Pool team I am a part of, I think I'm a part of it, I'm not sure. But I am very thankful for many of them commenting, on my videos. I was very thankful. So yeah, I'm not gonna name all of them, but they know who they are. I also want to say a big thank you to everyone that has been sending me samples. I will not name the ones who have sent me the samples because I don't have their permission to say their names out, do the shootouts, shoutouts, what you call them. So I don't want to, put them in trouble if some people get angry because they haven't gotten or received any samples from them. So, well, you know who you are. Thank you very much. I am very humbled by these awesome gifts, and they will be used for the better good of my whiskey journey. Thank you. So, when we've done this, I have a list here. I've been doing this like 3 reshoots already, and I'm still not, so hopefully this one will work out really good. And that's it basically. I have been very happy that I see people commenting, being very happy that I recommended whiskey for them that they then later on bought apparently and were really satisfied with, and that's just, makes me all, really happy actually. I mean, I am an amateur, what's the Swedish word? Amateur. Yes, the Swedish word for amateur. So, yeah. That's all it is. Not too much Swedish here. I don't want to speak too much Swedish English here. I can speak English, but you know, it is hard sometimes, you know, with the pronunciations, because sometimes I could basically sound like if I wanted to. Hello and welcome to the Whisky Pilgrim channel. My name is Fredrik, and today we're gonna taste and review, tell you a little bit about this whiskey. It's called, what is it called now? Oh yeah, it is called La Froig. It's 10-year old. Sorry if I'm butchering my own language there, but you know, it is very hard to speak English because some of the words, you know, they are different from how you will spell them or pronounce them yourself, but that's how it is. And I have no problems with that, yes, you know. Yeah, and also, I'm going to tell you this, I'm going to go on a trip this year, or this summer, at the end of June, actually, to Scotland again. I'm going to go to Edinburgh, not Edinburgh this time, I will be going to Glasgow instead, actually. Look at that town a little bit, what it has to offer me. I will be going to Campbelltown again, of course, because I love Springbank, in the heart, right? Springbank fanboy, yeah. That's what I am. Yeah, and I will talk a little bit some other stuff as well, because I thought, like, well, let's put the time here. I've done this a few times, so this should be pretty easily to do. So hopefully everything goes well. So there's a lot of merchandise. Everyone does some kind of merchandise. We'll tell you a little bit of the story of something I thought of doing, just for the fun of it, you know, not mocking people, but just, you know, for the fun of it. Everyone does t-shirts and umbrellas and mugs, these coins. I actually got a coin from Andrew from Northern Drinker. Thank you. So I have never used it, unfortunately. Sorry, Andrew. It is in my whiskey cabinet here, actually, so it doesn't get dusty. But yeah, so what kind of merchandise was I thinking about promoting or doing? The first thing, the problem was why I never did it was because I had to order too many of them. It was quite expensive. It was ridiculously expensive, I think, for a good laugh. But you know, it's a good laugh. It's a good laugh. It's worth anything, I think, sometimes. But not always. Not always. So I started doing this idea that I wanted to do something I do say a lot, and that is, you know, on my reviews, try before you buy. So my idea was, why don't I do this, you know, this one packaged glow-in-the-dark condoms, actually, and then you have my logo on the package outside with the logo, except with Whisky Pilgrim, that would say try before you buy, basically. I don't know how funny you think it is. I thought it was actually quite hilarious, you know. And that was that one. I had to order like 2,000 glow-in-the-dark condoms, so the problem will be in the night while they're sitting there somewhere stuffed away. It would look like I had a party, or the really, really bright lights on during the night. So, no. Unfortunately, no, that didn't happen. The second one is something else I thought was very hilarious to do, just because of the fun of it, you know. That was actually toilet paper with my logo on it, you know. The whole greenish thing I have with the what's it called, the deer face, the deer antler thing I have on my logo. And my name as well. So basically the idea was that people would pay me money to wipe their ass with my logo. I don't know if it was quite funny, you know. I was first thinking of doing like a face thing of myself like this, you know, and then you have that printed on the toilet paper. But it was also, the problem there was that, you know, it would cost just too much money, and I had to order a ridiculous amount of it as well. So not just 2,000 condoms would have been in my possession, also 500 toilet rolls with that logo. The problem here, you see, is that even though I have a new apartment since 1.5 years back, I do have the problem with space still, because where the hell am I gonna put 500 toilet rolls, you know? And yeah, it would be a good laugh, but you know, where am I gonna put it? You know, and the problem is I live in an apartment building, so, and I have a lot of liquor. Most of my whiskey that I do drink is over 50%, between 50 and 60%. And yeah, so if there would be a fire, it would lighten up the sky, you know. And on Google Earth, you would see me, you know, the apartment where I live, because you will see it from far away. Even, you know, Frodo for his quest for you know, stopping the One Ring, he would see my burning flame as well. So yeah, so that's what it is. So no, it didn't happen, unfortunately. So you will never see Glow in the Dark Whisky Pilgrim condom. It was thought in the making, and the Whisky Pilgrim toilet paper roll as well. So no, unfortunately, you will not see that. And now, so water to defrost or dehydrate me, whatever you call it. And also I'm gonna talk, but when it comes to my throat, actually, I'm gonna tell you something. Could be very interesting just for you people to know. You sometimes see that I do like this. Like this. I have something called gastric catarrh or catarrh, whatever the fuck it's gonna go. You know, it's not a capital or some mystical, mysterious city that I have in my throat. I have this thing that basically stomach acid comes out, and I burp a lot. You know, I get very swollen in my body, especially my stomach. It quite hurts sometimes, and it's quite irritating. It's something you learn to live by. It's not the end of the world, but you know, some people might have seen my videos when I do this, so it's not me throwing up or coughing. More in the sense that it happens. You know, it really actually happened right now, but you didn't see it that visibly, or it will happen during this video. Probably I will do this because as I talk too much and all that, it does come out. So that's what it is there. Let's throw these papers. Sorry, so inconvenient of me. And now, sorry people, you're probably wondering what am I now going to talk about, because I have some minutes left. Yeah, I would like to talk a little bit about the whole doing whiskey reviews. And this is where I had to edit it, because I didn't feel like what I said before made any sense, so I had to edit it, you know, and I just felt that didn't make any sense. So I would love to see more whiskeys reviews from certain whiskey channels that have their, of course, the people in the whiskey channels do come from other countries, and those countries have a lot of, actually do make whiskey of their own, you know, and I would like to see more of this, you know, more whiskey channels popping up from other countries that's not English speaking, basically, because if you look at the German, like one example, the German whiskey tubing, it's quite a lot of them, and they're doing some really cool stuff. Unfortunately, you have to know how to speak German, and yeah, and I'm not very good in German actually, so I learned everything from Rammstein, or not really. I actually went 4 years learning German from 6th grade to 9th grade, but still, I'm terrible at it. So, but you know, there's a lot of German whiskey now. I think it's called Sankt Kilian, you know. There's also Dutch whiskey as well, French whiskey, Czech whiskey as well, the Hammerhead one, Danish whiskey, Australian whiskey, Canadian whiskey, Canadian whiskey is, you know, quite a lot of it on the reviews, you know. Some of the Australians are as well, you know, and that's why I think it's really great when you have people like Andrew from Prestige Liquids, you know, doing a lot of covering a lot of whiskies from his country. He's from Australia, so that's really good. Thumbs up there. I did the same thing with my Swedish whiskey, not trying to promote that, but you know, and I think that's important to promote whiskey from your country. It's not about selling, it's great, but I should tell people that there are actually more other countries than Scotland, than America, than Japan, I call it in English, India as well, Taiwan. There are other countries as well that should do it, you know, and also Canada. And I want to see more of this. I want to see more foreign or non-Scotch traditionally, you know. Oh, there it come the burp. So I want to see more of those videos actually. I know like Toby and Toby from Whisky Shared, and not Andrew, but what's his name now? Anthony from New Drinker, Nicky has done it as well, and Chris from Last Drop. It's on with it's called Bimber it's called. That's really good, you know, interesting stuff. Hopefully one day that will get to Sweden as well, you know, and that's British or the whiskey from England. basically. That's Scotland. They have done, some of them have also done some McMyra, which I think is lovely. Actually, they're part of this, what's called Summertime Club. Not promoting, but just telling it. It's quite a cool club, I think. Hopefully one day it will come to Sweden. It will be really cool. There's also, they have done some Star Wars, like Andrew. That's Scandinavian, I would say. Australian whiskey! You know, there's so many whiskeys out there. Please, make them be reviewed, because we need more of that, you know. It's very important. Same with when Matt had Air Whiskey. He did a lot in the beginning of that one with Danish whiskey distillers. Then he chose not to continue with that and still started the whole Air Whiskey channel, which is really good. I highly recommend you to watch that channel. I recommend everyone that I'm talking about, basically. And you have Whiskey Straight Ale, and that's actually from Ireland, and I didn't know he was actually from Ireland. Because I never really thought about that when I heard his accent. Nothing bad about that at all. It's just I never thought he was actually from Ireland. And he has done quite a lot of Irish whiskey, which I think is great. You have Gregor from the Gregor's Whiskey Studies, Gregor Safran, I think his name is. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. He has talk about French whiskies and also just the whole world basically, because he's a very knowledgeable person, and I hope he gets more recognition than he has, because the guy knows a lot of stuff, and he should have stuff in his, like Ralphie does, because he's really good at what he's doing, basically. So, yeah, that's a little bit about those guys and those people, what they're doing. I hope I didn't forget anything there. I also would like to tell you a little bit what's going to happen on the Whiskey Pilgrim channel now, because we're still doing the Age of Craftsmanship. Yeah, there comes the nose. I'm going to drink some more water. So, yeah, as you all might know, I always do review on very limited single casks, distillery bottlings, bottles that are only available at certain countries, like my own on Denmark or other countries I will find. And I'd say this, as I always said, every whiskey should be reviewed. Just take its time, but it should be reviewed. That's my opinion alone. I hope more people do review whiskeys because they like them, and not because they're doing it just because, it's a hype over that one. Review it because you love it, people, please. Keep it real. It's very important, I think. And so what's gonna happen now? And also, yeah, I should probably say that I know I don't do much budget-friendly whiskey. I'm really sorry. I'm really bad at that. It has nothing to do with the fact I don't like whiskey that's under a certain price point. It's just that I'm really bad at it, because I've been drinking whiskey for quite some years now. And it's been, I started with all the basic ones, not basic ones, yeah, here it comes again. Sorry. All the typical ones. I had a lot of Grand Marangis, Dalmors. What did I have more, Some other, they're not basic. Those typical ones you do find in the liquor stores, or it's quite available, accessible. Since now I've been drinking whiskey for a certain time that I've just been more picky what I'm buying. And also, I am really picky when it comes to whiskey. I don't like buying whatever. And also, the other thing now is that since I did move to my new apartment, I have double the rent, so double rent means less money to spend. And also, I should be better at saving money. But I've been saving money now just because I'm going to Scotland this year in the summer. So hopefully everything goes well, and I might hopefully meet some of you people that's watching. If I'm lucky, that would be really nice. Very nice. So let's get into what's gonna happen now. When this one has been released, has been also the part 4 with the Berserk manga I talked about, and now this one. Also, there has been a Lagavulin 12-year-old cask strength from 2015 that I found in Denmark by accident on a very dusty bottle, but still, yeah. I felt like I heard so much good things about it, and it's an interesting bottle, I give you that. Now, more water. So soft on my throat to speak because I'm still a little bit hurting of my throat. So what's gonna happen now? Well, I'll tell a little bit about the whiskey that are gonna come up and be reviewed. Not all of them, though, because I still think that something can be a little bit of a surprise. But we're gonna do this now at the at the end of February now. There are gonna be a review, and as you do understand, when I said on the last one, the Lagavulin, I said the Catamil distillery, and the distillery I'm talking about. Foolish now. What I said that word in German. I lost my word. Sorry. It's this one. There is no grand expectations now, or no surprise actually. It's this one, the Deanson 23-year-old. It's a distillery exclusive. Yeah, I know. I bought it last year when I was visiting the distillery. It is good. I have opened it and I have tried it. I'm gonna do a review on this one. It's at the end of February. Nice color. Now it's a little bit dark in here, so it does give up that it's actually darker than it is actually. It's not this dark actually. Is this better than the 20-year-old Oloroso cask mature, the one they did? That was not limited to the distillery, but actually it was available, and there's a lot of people that did taste it, so it was really good. And it is really good. Well, is it better than that one? You will see. You will see. But this one will be then. And then in Mars. Speaking Swedish now. Mars is actually the month of March in Swedish. So Mars is March. Yeah. I will be focusing on Campbellton, and it will just be 3 videos with Campbellton whiskies. Yeah. Just to give you a hint, I will show you the first one that's gonna come up right after the Deanston. And that will be a whiskey I actually found in the same shop in Copenhagen. I shouldn't have bought it, I said to myself, but I did try it and I like it. Here's this one. The Long Road 21-year-old is very limited, very expensive as well, you could say. Is it worth the money? You will find out. All my thoughts about it as well. It is really nice, I do think, but you know, all the horses there, because you still have to be taking the price into consideration as well. The price into consideration. So yeah, there we go. Yeah. So it will be a spring month. There will be 2 other reviews as well. So stay tuned for those. I think you're gonna like them. Sorry for my nose. So what more am I gonna be reviewing? Well, the other 3 whiskies I'm gonna show you, I will not tell you what particular order they're gonna be reviewed in, because I think let's keep some to the expectations and the excitement. But we're gonna be doing an Islay whiskey, a heavily peated one actually. I think it's heavily peated. It is from Brookladic, the PC, the Port Charlotte 10-year-old. Interesting stuff, very good actually. It was part of my 10 whiskies or 7 whiskies to have in your whiskey collection that I did last year. Really nice, really good value peated whiskey if you like peat. You know, I do like peat. I don't tend to drink it as much as I used to, but this is really nice. It's got smell a little bit. Even though I'm a little bit stuck here, my nose pods or my nostrils are not that good smelling. I can smell the peat, you know, that's very nice. So that's going to be a review coming up. There's also going to be the whiskey that was my 5th whiskey of the year. And there's the Ben Nevis from the Ben Nevis distillery. It's a Highland whiskey, I think it is. Yeah, it's supposed to be a Highland whiskey. This, let's see here, so you get a better look at it. You can see me as well. This is really nice. Very nice whiskey. Highly recommended, because it's part of my 7 highly recommended whiskeys to have in your collection. It's a good whiskey, seriously. Very under the radar, I think. It's really good. And the last video, not the last video, but the last whiskey I will be showing you after I drink some water. I'm gonna pee myself tonight. Sorry. It's this one. It's a Tobermory from the island of Mull that I bought in Germany last year. at the whiskey festival. I tried this one and I thought this one was the best one I tried. I did try some Lacheg as well. That's also being produced and matured at the Tobermory distillery because it's a part of their range, their peated range as well. And those are really good. So I'm actually gonna go there this March again to that whiskey festival. So we might see if I might buy one. I don't know, of the Lacheg ones. But this is a 22-year-old port cask matured. It's not been matured all its time in 22 years in port casks. I think so. Its time was in bourbon casks, but this one really blew me away. Actually, it is. There come the burps again. Matured apparently in something called white port casks. I have not had a best experience with port casks so far, but this one blew my mind away. One of the reasons was because it had a very strange combination of flavors that we'll tell you about actually right now. It had the combination of in the palate actually of deep fried fish and sweet candy. Actually, sounds really odd, but it was very odd, but it's really interesting. It was actually really good. So, yeah, that will also be reviewed this year. There are some other whiskies as well that will be reviewed. There are also, as I'm taking this one away, going to be some whiskey related video stuff that I will not be drinking. One of them is where I'll not be drinking, where we'll be talking about whiskey. It's called Blood Diamonds from the chapter as what the hell was it called now? It seems like a long time ago it was called. It seems like a long time ago. And where I will be talking about whiskey collecting. Some of the stuff that I've been collecting throughout the years. And also sharing my thoughts on it as well. Like I said before. So, we're doing quite a long video. I'm sorry for you who are watching this one. And hopefully you like this one. This is me just talking, and I will do another video as well. It's called "And All the Friendly Locals." Yeah, you heard it right. And all the friendly locals. They will also come up before the summer. And at the beginning of the summer, I will have probably, if everything goes well, it depends on that. I will have my first ever live, if everything goes well. So feel free to join me at that time. Hopefully I'm not put it too late or whatever. I'm gonna do it in Swedish time because I'm not a late night person, but I will do my best to have a cup of coffee, some good whiskeys, and probably some nice people to talk to, or nice, but some great people to talk with there in chat or who wants to join. But that depends if everything goes well. So I will race it with this glass of water because it's quite late actually. I will say good night, take care, in the word, cheers, and I see you on the next one. That will be the decent 23-year-old who also matured. So take care. Bye. And I'm gonna find the stop button. Take care.